on something very real world, your finances, especially things like navigating the stock market.
It really does. As we looked into it, the principles in this Murli offer a, well, unique lens for you to view the often chaotic world of investing.
So what can people expect?
Well, insights on, the impermanence of things, the power you find in detachment, and even a different way to think about what investment returns truly mean for you.
Okay, so our mission for this deep dive is pretty clear. Pull out the key principles from this specific Murli that can give you a more maybe balanced and resilient approach to finance. Sound good?
Let's do it.
All right. So first up, the Murli really emphasizes this idea that everything in the world as we see it now is temporary. It's going to end.
That's a core point. Baba reminds us that this old world, businesses, possessions, even the forms of our relationships, it's all impermanent. It won't last forever.
Which we kind of know, but maybe don't always keep in mind day to day.
Exactly. It's not always front and center.
And the link to the stock market feels, well, pretty direct then, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. You see it all the time. Companies hitting highs, then crashing,
Yeah.
wealth appearing and disappearing almost overnight.
We're talking about real crashes where significant value can just poof, vanish. So for you listening, understanding this instability isn't about getting more anxious.
No, quite the opposite, actually.
Right. It's more an invitation to focus on what is stable, like your inner state, your values. And maybe that frees you up from just reacting all the time, allows for more strategic thinking.
Precisely. Acknowledging this impermanence can genuinely shift how you feel during market swings. Instead of being totally knocked off course by every dip or spike, there's this deeper understanding that, well, this volatility is just how the system works. You become less shaken by it.
So the real benefit for you is building that inner stability, becoming more balanced, more resilient. So you're not just riding that emotional finance roller coaster constantly. It's like an anchor.
A very good analogy. An anchor in the storm.
Okay. Now, the Murli also talks quite a bit about attachment versus something called trustee consciousness. What's that about?
Right. So trustee consciousness.
Yeah.
It's basically recognizing that everything ultimately belongs to a higher power, to God. We're caretakers.
Yeah.
Entrusted with resources for a time.
Okay.
And that's set against attachment, that feeling of mine, the clinging, the possessiveness, which the Murli suggests can actually create negative karma burdens for you because you're holding on too tight.
But how does being a trustee fit with Stark investing, where the whole point often feels like increasing your wealth? Seems a bit counterintuitive.
Well, it really comes down to your mindset, doesn't it? It's about approaching investing with a clearer, more peaceful mind rather than being driven purely by ego or, that endless chase for more.
Okay.
So if you view your resources as entrusted to you, maybe for your family, for charity, for your own spiritual development, then the market's ups and downs become less about your personal win or loss.
Ah, I see. It reframes it significantly for you. It takes the me down a notch, makes it more about stewardship.
Exactly. Stewardship is a great word for it.
So the benefit for you then is less anxiety, less emotional reactivity when you look at your portfolio. The Murli seems to suggest it's just another temporary phase.
Precisely. Which leads naturally into those big emotions in trading, greed and fear.
Ah, yes, the classics.
Baba specifically warns against letting negative traits like greed or love take hold within you. And these feelings, the Murli says, tend to arise when you over-identify with your physical self, your body, and get really attached to material gain.
And you see that play out constantly in the market for people, don't you? Prices go up, and that urge to jump in, make quick money, it's strong for you.
Very strong. And then the opposite prices fall, and fear grips you. The panic to sell everything. Equally intense.
So what's the Murli's approach to handling this for you?
What's really insightful is the suggestion of spiritual remembrance, or yoga, as a tool. Taking moments to consciously reconnect with your true spiritual identity. They can really calm those impulses.
How so?
Well, when you step back, remember you're a soul, eternal, on a journey. The immediate intensity of that, I must grab this now, or oh no, sell everything, feeling starts to lessen for you. It gives you that crucial pause.
A pause to choose a more considered response, maybe?
Exactly. It grounds you in something bigger, more stable than the market's daily drama, something inside you.
Okay. The Murli also talks about different kinds of investment, contrasting the spiritual and the material returns. That's an interesting angle for you.
Yes. Baba talks about how selfless giving, like donations to spiritual centers, hospitals, schools, generates returns for you that lasts, believe it or not, for 21 births.
Wow, 21 births. That's long term.
Very long term. And the key is giving without strings attached, purely to help.
So how does that stack up against, the quarterly returns you hope for from your stocks? How does that comparison work for you?
The Murli presents a much, much bigger picture for you. Material investments. Sure, they're needed for your life now, but the gains are mostly short-term. Spiritual investments, though, bring deeper, lasting returns for you.
Like what?
Things like inner peace, positive karma, a more, let's say, fortunate future in this life and beyond. It's a different kind of wealth accumulation.
So practically speaking, for you listening, it's not about ditching your stocks.
Not at all.
But maybe thinking about allocating some of your gains towards altruistic things, creating a more stable profit in spiritual merit alongside the material.
That's a great way to put it. It's broadening your definition of wealth and return for yourself.
Right. Now, the Murli also mentions sudden shifts, even bankruptcy. That sounds pretty blunt.
It is direct. It's a reminder for you about just how unpredictable life can be. Baba speaks of sudden loss, bankruptcy, disasters, things that can flip your world upside down instantly.
And you see that mirrored in markets, definitely.
Right.
Companies fail unexpectedly, crashes happen. What looks solid one day can be worthless the next for you. It's a sobering thought.
It is. And the guidance here, again, points inwards for you. Cultivate inner stability. Don't put all your faith in external things, a booming economy, a sure bet stock. Build that inner foundation of spiritual wisdom, because that inner strength can cushion the blow, reduce the stress when financial challenges inevitably arise for you.
So it's about resilience that isn't dependent on your bank balance.
Precisely. A resilience rooted deeper.
That makes sense for you. Finding security inside, not just outside. Time management and priorities also get a mention, which feels super relevant today for you.
Oh, absolutely. The Murli really stresses finding balance for you between your worldly duties, your job, family, whatever, and making time for spiritual study, for reflection.
Integrating the inner and outer.
Yes, harmoniously.
And thinking about investing, it's so easy for you to get obsessed, isn't it? Constantly checking prices, news feeds, getting totally absorbed 24/7.
It's a real trap.
Yeah.
So the Murli's advice for you is quite practical. Consciously schedule time for those spiritual activities. Reading, meditation, quiet reflection, whatever works for you.
Okay.
That intentional balancing act helps stop you getting completely swept away by market noise. It helps you keep perspective on what's truly important for you.
Right, not letting the Dow Jones dictate your entire mood.
Exactly. Don't let the external run the whole show.
Be engaged but not consumed. Good advice for you in general, I think. Now, there's also a subtle point about donations giving with a clean heart. What does that mean for you?
It means that if you give, but you're still attached to the act, always thinking about how much you gave or wanting praise for it, you actually diminish the spiritual benefit for yourself.
Ah, okay.
True giving, according to the Murli, comes from freedom, detachment, no expectation of anything back.
So applying that to you handling stock profits or any financial gains.
It suggests that if you choose to channel some profits to good causes, do it without ego. Don't look for the applause. The focus for you should be the act itself, aligning your success with a higher purpose.
Got it.
The Murli implies this kind of selfless giving brings both inner peace for you and good karma.
Aligning money with values, genuinely and without attachment for yourself. Okay, so let's pull this all together. Why should these ideas from a nearly century-old Murli matter to you listening now, whether you're deep in the stock market or not?
Well, what's really powerful for you is that the Murli offers a kind of blueprint for inner stability in a world that's constantly changing. That core message helps everyone, investors, professionals, homemakers.
Yeah.
Because understanding impermanence helps you reduce anxiety about everything, finances, career, relationships. It gives you perspective on life's ups and downs.
And that emphasis on you doing regular spiritual study.
That regular connection for you acts like that anchor we talked about. It grounds your mind in higher truths. And naturally, the grip of things like greed, fear, attachment, it lessens for you. You build an inner compass.
An inner compass not just spun around by external events.
Exactly.
And ultimately, the Murli seems to remind you it's not just about piling up money or worldly achievements.
Precisely. The real goal for you, as the Murli presents it, is self-transformation, serving others, building that lasting karmic fortune. That perspective gives your daily life, including how you handle money, a much deeper meaning than just chasing profits.
Okay. So, summing up this deep dive for you, It seems applying these Murli principles really can offer a new dimension of peace and resilience in your financial life, helping you navigate the uncertainties with more clarity, more detachment, safeguarding your inner well-being.
Which brings us to maybe a final thought for you to consider. How might consciously keeping impermanence in mind fundamentally shift your approach? Not just to investing, but to all the areas of your life where you seek security and lasting value.
Hmm.
Really think about the difference for yourself between temporary material returns and those deeper, enduring spiritual investments.
That's definitely something powerful for you to reflect on. Well, this deep dive into the Murli and its surprising connection to your financial life has been fascinating. It feels like just the start of exploring these ideas practically.
Yeah.
Thanks for diving deep with us.